Now on 4 News Now at 6, here's a live look at Times Square where thousands are gearing up to count down to the start of the new year. We'll show you how Coeur d'Alene and Spokane are ringing in 2026.
It's going to be a chilly start tonight to the new year. Plus, I am tracking a storm heading our way, when it's expected to arrive, and the chances you'll see snow in your first alert forecast.
And a new year means new laws, from minimum wage increases to new taxes and new movie theater requirements. See why it has some business owners concerned and what it could mean for your wallet. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
3, 2, 1, Happy New Year!
From Qatar to South Korea to New Zealand, millions have already celebrated the start of 2026. And as we count down to midnight here at home, final preps are underway across our region to welcome 2026 with a bang. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Derek Dice. We have team coverage of some last-minute events you and your family can check out tonight. We begin with Madeline Mullins, who's live from Riverfront Park, where New Year's Eve celebrations are already underway. Madeline.
Yeah, well, the celebration kicked off with the Winter Light Show here in the Giza Pavilion. Now, as you can see, that light show is still happening. And this is just one of the many events at Riverfront Park that will help thousands ring in the new year. Preparing for tonight's events at Riverfront Park started early this morning. And Mark Epps might just have the best seat in the house.
I guess to me, free entertainment.
He's the owner of Gypsy Java, one of the several vendors for the New Year's Eve celebration. And he's in prime location to watch the fireworks show at 9.
It'll be really active tonight, especially in this part. You know, carousel will be open, everything. I bet you I'll be here till midnight.
But the fireworks are just one of the many events taking place. A light show at the pavilion will light up the sky until 10. And at the America Skate Ribbon, a live DJ will help get the party started at 6:30.
Right, it should be a great family experience. Come down here, get here early, get your spot, and that will be a great experience for the family.
The Parks Department estimates that 5,000 to 10,000 people will descend on Riverfront Park tonight. But many more plan to watch these fireworks light up the sky from afar.
New Year's Eve this year, we have our lovely cousins getting married, and they're married at 5, so we'll be drinking cocktails and watching fireworks by 9, I think.
No matter where you're watching the show from tonight, we'll all be ringing in the new year together.
Hopefully 26 will be onward and upward.
Well, the countdown and the fireworks start at 9, and that's so the kids will be able to join in on the celebration. But if you're wanting to stay up until 2026, there'll be another countdown here at the pavilion from 11 to 12. Live in Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Really beautiful. Thanks so much, Madeline. And we're going to show you how not just one, but 2 fireworks shows in Coeur d'Alene have become a yearly tradition for families tonight at 6:30.
Well, one person in North Idaho could be starting the new year $1 million richer. The Idaho Lottery says a $1 million raffle ticket was sold in Cooney County. The winning ticket number is 326200. If you're the lucky ticket holder, you now have less than 180 days to claim your prize.
I
Pretty
saw
sweet
you
little
checking,
prize.
Chris. That's not your number?
No.
Too bad.
All right, and Chris, while this is far from the coldest New Year's Eve we've seen anyone heading outdoors tonight, we'll still want to bundle up. It'll still be a little chilly.
That is, we have had New Year's Eves on many occasions where we've been in the double digits below 0, plus wind chill. So looking at these temperatures, this is just garden variety December chill. 31 degrees right now in Spokane with clear skies, 29 in Coeur d'Alene with clear conditions. I've been watching the line of cars getting off I-90 to go get a spot for the festivities in Coeur d'Alene. Should be a fun night and quiet night weather-wise. We'll have mostly clear skies through a good portion of the evening. Temperatures in the 20s by midnight, light winds, and 26 degrees for a temperature. We do start 2026 with much more exciting weather. Unfortunately, 4 things to know. Dry and calm to start the day tomorrow with some patchy freezing fog, something to keep in mind if you are heading out the door early. Then we have a mixture of rain and snow coming in late in the day, and that might include some pockets of freezing rain, and that wintry mix will continue through Friday morning. I'll take you hour by hour through that mess coming up in your 7-day forecast, Eric.
All right, Chris, thank you. A Spokane teen pleads guilty to hitting and killing Sarah Doxey, a well-known member of the Spokane Swiss running group, while she was jogging on the South Hill earlier this year. The Spokane County prosecutor says the teen pleaded guilty of vehicular manslaughter. At the time of the crash, investigators say the teen's blood alcohol content was 0.095. That's nearly 5 times the legal limit for a juvenile driver. He was also driving 20 miles over the speed limit. Authorities say Doxey was struck so hard she was thrown more than 100 feet. The teen is facing 30 to 80 weeks in a juvenile detention facility, which is the standard sentencing range for a minor.
Today, the Trump administration announced it is freezing federal child care funding to all states, with the Health and Human Services Department saying states will need to prove that the money is being spent legitimately. The move comes after the administration froze payments to Minnesota following allegations of fraud at daycare centers there. The governor of Minnesota, Democrat Tim Walz, says while there have been cases of fraud, this is not a new issue. Walz says the state has been cracking down on fraudsters for years, and the president is politicizing the issue to defund programs that help Minnesotans. In our area, Washington gets in total over $400 million, and in Idaho, around $131 million a year in federal funding for child care and early childhood development. And that money goes toward things like Head Start and to lower the cost of childcare for low-income families. As of now, it's unclear how the pause could impact these programs. A spokesperson with the HHS saying it's the onus of the state to make sure that these funds, these federal dollars, taxpayer dollars, are being used for legitimate purposes. We reached out to the Washington Department of Children, Youth and Families, who distributes that funding, and they say at this point they have not received any communication about it.
All right, still ahead, as many Americans prepare to ring in the new year, healthcare costs could skyrocket for millions. We'll break down why premiums may more than double and what lawmakers in our nation's capital are doing about it.
And moviegoers in Washington will see some big changes at their favorite theaters starting tomorrow. We'll show you how new laws are making movie nights more accessible next on 4 News Now at 6.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Opportunity everywhere with so much on the line.
Clay Walker stands as a towering figure in country music with his electrifying performances. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, March 5th. Get your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks, so girls' days are better. Game days are better. Even Mondays are better. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Do more with less asthma. Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma. Also approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
Looking for high quality and low prices? Then Furniture Row's 5-day New Year Super Sale is for you. That's 5 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, no limit. 5 days to score amazing deals on living, dining, bedroom, and much, much more. Plus, make your cash go further with 60 months no interest financing and no down payment. But don't wait. The 5-day New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Kyle with Bill's Heating, here to take a look at your furnace.
I thought you guys were teamed up with Gonzaga. Where's the basketball player?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. We do have Davis Fogel on standby.
Standby?
Oh, yeah. Whenever one of us needs him, we just shout his name.
What?
Watch.
Whoa, it's like magic.
Actually, he just made me wait around the corner.
Exactly. It's It's magic.
Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Where winning is just the beginning.
I need you to fight one last time.
It has all led up to this. The series finale of the global phenomenon Stranger Things is out right now. And to celebrate, over 600 theaters across the U.S., including here in Spokane, are giving fans the chance to watch the final battle in the Upside Down on the big screen. At the AMC at River Park Square, there are 24 showings tonight, and they are all basically sold out. Earlier today, there were just 5 seats left.
Total 5 seats
That's it.
left. And if you're a fan, but you're busy tonight and you can't watch, our producer recommends staying off of social media until you do. Speaking of movie theaters, though, starting tomorrow, they'll be required to have more screenings with open captions on screen. Alexandra Cohen-Yard shares how local theaters are preparing for the change.
Whether it's the smell of freshly popped popcorn that lures you in, or watching with loved ones, going to the movies is an experience many people enjoy.
Because you could watch a movie at home, it's not the same experience.
Jasmine Dennis is the co-owner of the Garland Theater. It, along with all other movie theaters in the state, have some new rules they need to start following tomorrow. Here at the Garland Movie Theater, people can request to use this closed captioning device and adjust it to whatever height works best for them. Through this new law, it'll be required for movie theaters all across the state to offer this kind of technology. On top of that, the new law requires large movie theaters to have at least one open caption showing during peak hours. Smaller theaters will operate on a request system.
Being the theater that we are, what we're trying to do is make sure that everybody can have that movie theater experience. So I'm very open to the request for open caption films.
Unlike this closed caption device, open captions appear directly on the screen, so everyone in the audience can see them. At the Garland Theater, it's an adjustment they are ready to make, so the joy of going to the movies can be shared by everyone in our community.
Being in that dark space where you're kind of forced to disconnect from the world for a minute and kind of get lost in a story is something I think that we all need.
In Spokane, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Well, starting tomorrow, thousands of Washingtonians will get a pay bump. The Evergreen State will once again have the highest minimum wage in the country, increasing from $16.66 to $17.13 an hour. While this means larger paychecks for some, others are worried it could increase the cost of living. Business owners say the wage increase would force them to make difficult decisions in order to stay open.
Keep different costs down as much as you can, so your customers still have like a competitive price for your product. And so if you raise minimum wage, like everything is just gonna also raise with it.
Also starting tomorrow, it will cost more to buy nicotine products in Washington as a new 95% excise tax will go into effect. Originally, the tax focused on tobacco products, but the Department of Revenue expanded it in November to include any product containing nicotine. That means vape shops across the state will soon face a major financial challenge.
We have over $100,000 in inventory items. Imagine paying 95% of that to continue staying in business.
Michael Blanton says the tax will force him to raise prices on top of the volume taxes he already pays. Supporters believe this tax will reduce addiction and generate state revenue.
We were on track to have the warmest December on record, and then our cold air moved in on Saturday, bringing our temperatures back down to average and even a little below on Sunday, where our high was 28 degrees. But what a strange month. We ended up with the second warmest December on record, and January starts out warm too. I'll explain after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
So happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Red Tag. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on this Silverado with over $7,900 total value. Plus, Costco executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
It's back, the Big Boat Show. 4 big days. Come on out, shop and compare. There's something for everyone at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Learn more at SpokaneBoatShow.com.
This year, commit to fit and don't wish for it. Work for it at Move Fitness.
Whether you're starting from the beginning or just wanting better results, Move Fitness has what you need to get the job done.
Without my good feet, I would not be able to do this. And remember, I'm in my 60s.
I'm coming in fast. First place, you coming in last. I'm hitting that gas. I'm hitting that. I'm coming in fast. First place, you coming in last.
So much on the line.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
We raise our hot cocoa mugs to you.
For you to have the most joyous and special holiday. And celebrate with family and friends. Like us. From our GMA family to yours. Happy New Year!
All right, welcome back. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joining us now.
Yeah, a lot of people getting out, getting ready for all the exciting New Year's Eve preps. Some people staying in, watching Stranger Things. I don't know.
Well, whatever you have planned, don't expect any hassles from the weather. Tomorrow is another story. Probably a good thing. A lot of folks are off work and hunkering down because we do have a system heading our way. It's well to the south right now, and it is bringing warm air with it. It's that time period before the system scours out the cold air at the surface where we could run into some problems with a wintry mix that could include freezing rain. Let's do our forecast radar. I'm starting off noon on Thursday as we watch that precipitation move in from the south. In Spokane, it may start off as snow or a bit of a rain-snow mix, but there could be some pockets of freezing rain as well. This is going to be one of those deals where our microclimates, all the little terrain variations will really impact what is falling at the surface where you live. In the usual locations where cold air tends to be dammed up against the east slopes of the Cascades, the Okanagan areas, the Columbia Basin, you will most likely see at least a little bit of light freezing rain. By 6 a.m. Friday, most locations will have transitioned over to rain or a rain-snow mix, and that freezing rain no longer going to be an issue. Here's the most likely snowfall. It is not going to amount to much in the valleys. You may have snow falling, but not accumulating. In terms of freezing rain, our most likely locations, again, Waterville Plateau, along the east slopes, hit and miss through the valleys of the Northeast Mountains. And we do have a winter weather advisory from 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon all the way through Friday at 4 a.m. for that wintry mix and the problems that can cause on the roadways. It is not expected to be thick ice, maybe 1/10 of an inch at most, but it doesn't take much to really make roads slick. Hour by hour, your New Year's Day forecast, a quiet start to the day. Temperatures in the mid-20s, a slight chance of precipitation as early as 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That picks up around 4 and again, may start off as some very light snow or a rain-snow mix. Our high temperatures tomorrow above freezing, but you can see where the cooler air is trapped, particularly Winthrop, Wenatchee, Ritzville 32, but Coeur d'Alene 39 degrees, 41 in St. Mary's, 38 in Post Falls and Hayden, but only 24 at the airport in Spokane, as well as Airway Heights and Cheney. Your 7-day forecast. it's an active one. Tomorrow morning will be our last calm period, and then we've got wet weather coming in through Friday morning. Little bit of a break, more wet weather Friday night into Saturday, but our temperatures will be up in the 40s through the rest of the 7-day forecast. So we're mostly dealing with rain or a rain-snow mix. The great news, it is almost entirely going to be snow in the mountains, Derek.
All right, well, still ahead, we're taking a look back at the top stories that made headlines across the U.S. and here in the inland Northwest. Don't go away.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Heritage Health.
Watch this. It's all 100% real. Witness what happens to this woman's bags under her eyes in an actual time lapse in just minutes. Nothing has been doctored or tampered with. The very real problem will disappear before your eyes and hers with a revolutionary topical formulation that works in just minutes, and the effects will last for hours and hours. Over 1 million people are using this topical technique to visually reduce puffiness and bags. It works on sagging jowls, even fine lines and wrinkles on the face and forehead. Introducing Plexiderm. In just minutes, you can restore and beautify your face, even look years younger. And the look will last all day or all evening.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm just in love with the mirror right now.
Jump on board and say yes to this amazing $14.95 Prove It Plexiderm trial. You'll see why our customers describe Plexiderm with 3 words. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Order right now. We'll pay your shipping. Operators are standing by.
What can we make for you today from the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana?
Statistically speaking, your New Year's resolution will take a backseat sooner than later. Just make sure that seat's leather trimmed and German engineered. Don't miss Northern Quest's $115,000 New Year, New Benz giveaway. Play daily with your Camus Rewards card to enter. And on January 1st, you could win a brand new Mercedes. You know, so you can drive past the gym in style. Pre-party this Thursday at 4. Grand prize drawing 6 to 9 with Dave, Ken, and Molly.
Walker's Furniture must sell all 2025 inventory immediately with mattress discounts up to $700 off and big store-wide savings up to 70% off or 0 interest until 2031. This New Year's Eve through Monday at Walker's.
How would you like to kick off 2026 in a new Toyota? And get $2,026 over Kelly Blue Book value for your trade-in. Well, this week you can at Findlay Downtown Toyota. Plus, we're delaying all payments until March 1st.
Well, 2025 delivered a year full of impactful news, from President Trump returning to the White House, flood and wildfire changing lives and cities across our country.
We also saw the appointment of the first American Pope and 2 astronauts return home after being stuck in space. Michael Yoshida reports.
2025 began with back-to-back tragedies. New Year's celebrations turned deadly in New Orleans. A terror attack shutting down the city's famed Bourbon Street. Just days later,
we drove up and I just kept saying, my home, my home.
Deadly and destructive fires tear across Los Angeles, destroying thousands of homes.
We wanted to see for ourselves what the damage was, but it's gone. It's gone. It's a total loss.
Heartbreak in Texas. Young girls attending summer camp among the more than 130 people who lost their lives in catastrophic flooding.
Please pray for our community.
And tragedy in our nation's capital. A passenger jet colliding with a U.S. Army helicopter, the deadliest U.S. plane crash in nearly 2 decades.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Donald Trump returned to the White House. Job and spending cuts, tariffs, and immigration enforcement and raids becoming political and social flashpoints. Court battles, protests, and marches playing out across the country. The president claiming there was widespread crime, ordering National Guard troops to several U.S. cities, leading to clashes with protesters.
We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
I'm not
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
A White House shouting match as Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, President Trump, and others met about Russia's invasion into Ukraine. Months later, a red carpet welcome for Russian President Vladimir Putin landing on American soil. But the high-stakes summit in Alaska did not end with a deal to end the Russia-Ukraine war. 2 years after Hamas attacked Israel, a ceasefire agreement reached. The last living Israeli hostages held by Hamas released in exchange for the release of Palestinian prisoners and detainees. In October and November, we saw the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. Fights over health care dividing Congress. The 43-day saga ending with a deal to reopen through January. 6 years after his death, convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein back in the spotlight. A twists and turns saga from the White House to Capitol Hill as survivors pushed for release of the so-called Epstein files.
I know everybody sees us today as grown adults, but we are fighting for the children that were abandoned and left behind in the reckoning.
We're not counting gang violence.
The assassination of conservative political activist Charlie Kirk stunned the country.
It is an attack on all of us. It is an attack on the American experiment. It is an attack on our ideals.
Comedian Jimmy Kimmel following criticism and political pressure over comments related to Kirk's death taken off air. Free speech protests ensued before Kimmel eventually returned to hosting his late-night show the following week. And our nation said goodbye to political pillars. The 39th President Jimmy Carter honored. And Dick Cheney, vice president under George W. Bush, also remembered. Tributes poured in across the globe after the death of Pope Francis. White smoke revealing the first Latin American pontiff would be replaced by the first American Pope, Leo XIV, a Chicago White Sox fan turned leader of the Catholic Church. A brazen heist at the world's most visited museum, thieves robbing the Louvre of jewels estimated to be worth more than $100 million. And after what was supposed to be a short mission to space stretched into more than 9 months, NASA astronauts Sonny Williams and Butch Wilmore finally returned home.
Thank you to a nation that got involved in all of this. It makes it special, not just for us, but for all, I think our nation as a whole.
Pretty honored and humbled by the fact of when we came home, like, wow, there are a lot of people who are interested.
I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
It's a lot of stuff that took place in 2025. We also want to look back at our most read stories here in the Inland Northwest.
Yeah, here's a recap of some of our top 10. The tragic ambush attack on firefighters in Coeur d'Alene over the summer that left 2 firefighters dead and 1 fighting for his life. We covered the story as it happened, the attack, to the procession that carried the fallen firefighters to their final resting place, to the recovery of Dave Tisdall, the injured firefighter.
And the story of Martin Diaz, a Spokane man who was arrested by Border Patrol in his front yard and then accused of assaulting the officer. We followed his process through the legal system before he was acquitted of the assault charge. His wife ultimately decided to go with him to Mexico to fight his deportation.
And lighter stories like this one when maintenance crews found some long-lost statues in the basement of Providence Health. These are just a few of our top 10 stories this year. If you'd like to learn more or read them, check out the list on our website, KXLY.com. Well, still ahead, healthcare costs could soon skyrocket for millions of Americans.
We'll break down why premiums may more than double coming up. And crowds are filling the lakefront as fireworks light up the sky, a holiday tradition families travel from all over to experience. We'll take you inside the Coeur d'Alene Resort's big celebration and share what you need to know if you're headed downtown.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This year, commit to fit and don't wish for it, work for it at Move Fitness.
Whether you're starting fresh from the beginning or pushing farther for better results, Move Fitness has the equipment, the classes, and the staff to help you reach your fitness goals. It's a journey, but we're here to support you every step of the way.
So make 2026 the year you commit to get fit at Move Fitness.
At Parker Subaru, adventure doesn't wait. With a large inventory of Crosstreks, Outbacks, Foresters, and Ascents, your Subaru is ready right now.
New or used, Subaru has delivered decades of legendary longevity, rock-solid reliability, and award-winning safety.
It's the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event. With every new Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru and Parker Subaru are donating a minimum of $325 to charity now through January 2nd.
Walker's Furniture must sell all 2025 inventory immediately. So, this New Year's, for 26 hours only, get big store-wide discounts up to 70% off. Or leave your credit cards at home and take advantage of zero money down, no minimum purchase, and zero interest until 2031. Furnish every room of the house for less. This New Year's Eve through Monday at Walker's.
Child abuse is not a bad parent problem.
And the causes may be different than you think. You see, paid family leave.
That prevents child abuse and high-quality, affordable child care. Prevents child abuse, too.
Prevent Child Abuse America promotes programs and resources informed by science that help communities, parents, and kids thrive.
Because when we keep families out of crisis,
we prevent child abuse
from ever happening.
Go to preventchildabuse.org to find a local chapter in your state.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, in just a few hours, the sky over Lake Coeur d'Alene will be lit up with fireworks.
People travel from all over to celebrate New Year's in North Idaho tonight. Derek Strom visited the Coeur d'Alene Resort to see how they're preparing.
The waterfront of Lake Coeur d'Alene will be lined with people tonight when the fireworks shows kick off to celebrate the new year. For many, coming to downtown Coeur d'Alene is a yearly tradition. Sophie Shevchenko and Emma Moroshin have made the drive from Spokane for other events, but it's their first time staying at the resort for the holiday.
We come to the tree lighting ceremony after Thanksgiving, and we love the fireworks, and we always come for 4th of July.
And the lake is like beautiful to look at.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
Yeah.
For them, Coeur d'Alene is the place to go for New Year's.
There's really like no better fireworks than Coeur d'Alene, and I feel like everyone in the area knows that, so yeah.
It's really nice here. We usually spend New Year's together as a family, so it's really fun.
For those wanting to spend their time inside instead of braving the cold to watch the fireworks, the Coeur d'Alene Resort will host its annual celebration in the ballroom.
So it's cold outside, but it's heating up in here. So our theme is Havana Nights this year. Tickets are available online, gourmet buffet, 2 fireworks shows.
Inside the resort, they'll have live music starting at 8:30 to help ring in the new year. And then outside, they'll have their first fireworks show starting at 9 for families that are wanting to get to bed a little bit early.
Our fireworks shows are already all set up. Biggest event of the year. It's going to be busy downtown, so just plan ahead with parking and everything. It's going to be crazy down here.
The second fireworks show of the night will start at midnight. The resort says tickets are still available for anyone who wants to join in on the fun inside. In Coeur d'Alene, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
It is going to be gorgeous. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joining us now.
Yeah, and Chris says anyone heading out will want to grab their hats and gloves before heading out the door. But again, not too bad, comparatively speaking.
No, if you're on the fence and want to join in the fun, this would be a great opportunity to do that because there are no weather hassles as you head out the door other than some seasonably cold conditions. Temperatures just about average. Our 29 in Coeur d'Alene right now, 31 in Spokane. We're still above freezing in Pullman and Lewiston for the time being. It is 16 in Winthrop, however, 21 degrees presently in Colville. Your New Year's Eve forecast in Spokane, we will be in the 20s all the way through midnight, 26, but light winds. Clouds will be increasing overnight, so our overnight low is not going to be much lower than our temperature at midnight as a system is on the way, and that is going to really change things for the second part of the day on Thursday. I'm glad this system isn't arriving 24 hours earlier. It will be dry and calm to start the day with some patchy freezing fog. Snow and rain and possible freezing rain moves in late afternoon, early evening, and that wintry mix will continue through Friday. I will be back with your 7-day forecast. Plus, It is Wildlife Wednesday coming up in just a few minutes, Kirsten.
Okay, sounds good. And as many get ready to ring in the new year, more than 20 million Americans are expected to see their health care costs skyrocket.
That's because Affordable Care Act tax subsidies are set to expire at midnight. Experts predict premiums could more than double. This month, 2 separate bills were voted on to help address health care costs. One put forward by Democrats, the other by Republicans, but both failed to make it out of the Senate. Next month, Democrats will introduce another bill to extend the tax credits for another 3 years. Republicans have argued the tax credits are a waste of taxpayer money and are just lining the pockets of insurance companies. Washington Senator Patty Murray writing on social media, Democrats will not stop working to bring down your costs and make sure everyone can get the health care they need.
Also tomorrow, the Trump administration's Big Beautiful Bill revokes over $1 billion from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. That includes KSPS in Spokane. They will lose approximately 20% of federal funding, which costs taxpayers roughly $1.60 annually. The funding cut eliminates 6 positions and reduces pay for the 6 other employees, representing 17% of the station's staff.
Public media is really important. We've all kind of grown up in an America that had it and presumed it was there, and it's under threat.
The decision ends decades of federal support for public broadcasting and forces cancellation of several programs. Interim General Manager Skylar Reeb reports donations have increased 10 to 20% in response to the cuts. However, he warns the emotional giving is not a sustainable long-term funding solution.
A Pullman School District janitor is being accused of child rape and molestation. Police arrested Eric Robbins yesterday. Investigators say while he works at Jefferson and Sunnyside Elementary Schools, the alleged victim is not connected to his job. Court documents say a woman reported ongoing abuse involving her child. A forensic interviewer later spoke with that child who described incidents during Robbins' lunch breaks. Police contacted Robbins outside of Jefferson Elementary. They say he denied the allegations, allowed a search of his home, and turned over his phone. We've reached out to the Pullman School District for comment, but we've yet to hear back. A consumer alert now. Mountain West Food Group has recalled nearly 3,000 pounds of raw ground beef due to E. coli concerns. The recall covers these 1-pound packages of Forward Farms grass-fed ground beef. The meat was distributed to stores in 6 states, including Washington, Idaho, and Montana. No illnesses have been reported, but anyone with the recalled product is urged to throw it out or return it to the store. The Labor Department says fewer Americans applied for unemployment last week. It's a sign layoffs remain low despite a weakening job market.
On the last day of 2025, we're getting a reality check on the economy. ABC's Perry Russum breaks down the latest numbers.
The last weekly jobless numbers of the year just out today show fewer Americans applying for unemployment benefits. 199,000 Americans applying last week, down 16,000 from the previous week. It's a sign layoffs remained low despite a weakening job market. The opening bell ringing this morning for the final time in 2025, capping off a solid run for the stock market. The S&P 500 is up 17% this year. It tracks most Americans' retirement accounts. Fidelity says the typical 401k balance is up nearly $25,000. If you're looking to buy a home in 2026, mortgage rates are dropping. The average rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage is 6.2%, down from 7% a year ago. If you're taking out a $400,000 home loan, your monthly payment is now $2,289 versus $2,473 at the start of the year, saving you a few $100s a month. Gas prices have gone down, but prices have gone up for gas utilities, daycare rent, restaurants, and groceries. Most analysts expect the impact of tariffs on higher prices will fade toward the middle of next year. When it comes to your money and your health at midnight, subsidies tied to the Affordable Care Act will expire after Congress failed to act. Healthcare premiums for millions of Americans will skyrocket. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Well, the Seahawks sit only a few days out from their regular season finale.
Yeah, they meet the 49ers in a huge game for the top seed in the NFC. We have the full Seahawks playoff scenarios breakdown coming up next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Opportunity everywhere with so much on the line.
Winter's creeping in. Is your heating system ready for the challenge ahead?
Don't let an unexpected equipment failure or high energy bills impact your comfort this holiday season. At Bills, our comprehensive maintenance can discover problems before they start, giving you peace of mind to focus on what matters most. For a limited time, you can schedule a tune-up for only $59. Call us at 208-777-5528 and schedule today.
Everyone's gearing up for the holidays. The best friend.
Happy together.
And the first timer. The neighborhood hero. And the out-of-towners. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Red Tag. Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on this Silverado with over $7,900 total value. Plus, Costco executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
We can't help what you do before you go to bed, but we can make sure the sleep is solid once you finally get there.
And during the 5-day New Year's Super Sale at Denver Mattress, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Take up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Check out the Colorado Queen for only $249.99. Plus, get 60 months no interest, no down payment, and free shipping.
Here's to 365 nights of better sleep. Happy New Year from Denver Mattress.
It's bigger and better. The original annual Spokane Boat Show is 4 days with major dealers from the region. Family friendly and free parking at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
I'm coming in fast. First place, you coming in last. I'm hitting that gas. I'm hitting that. I'm coming in fast. First place, you coming in last.
So much on the line.
A dad's desperate search for his 3 missing kids.
Bring the kids back.
Why he says his doomsday ex-wife thinks it's the end of times.
Brace yourselves for the end times.
Next, Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
The party's just getting started. New Year's Rockin' Eve is turning up live with performances by Mariah Carey, Post Malone, the legendary Diana Ross, and more. New Year's Rockin' Eve live tonight on ABC.
With the new year about to begin, high school hoops is in full swing, and our Mia Green spent some time with the defending state champs Gonzaga Prep for an inside look at the team, revving up for league play starting soon.
At Gonzaga Prep High School, boys basketball isn't just about putting points on the scoreboard.
We talk about valuing other things, maybe not so much the personal success, but the team success, and not putting as much emphasis perhaps on scoring points or getting your name in the newspaper, but doing the little things it takes to be successful.
Those values shape everything the Bullpups do, from daily practice reps to game nights, building a team identity rooted in trust, effort, and playing connected.
Play for my brothers beside me. I mean, they mean everything to me, and just my love for the game has grown so much more just by having the guys next to me that I have.
From tip-off to the final buzzer, every possession reflects the pride they carry in that jersey and what it means to play for Gonzaga Prep.
It's pretty cool. It's a legendary program. Obviously, McIntyre's been able to achieve a lot of success, and that comes with a target on your back, and you know you have to play even a little harder, and everyone's coming at you, so it means a lot, but it's a fun challenge to have.
Last season ended with a state championship, but for this team, every year starts fresh.
You start from scratch. You go back to step 1 and try to rebuild it. No 2 seasons will be the same, no matter how many kids you have coming back.
For the Gonzaga Prep Bullpups, basketball means playing for something bigger, built on brotherhood and effort that goes far beyond the scoreboard. From Spokane, I'm Mia Green, 4 News Now Sport.
Thank you, Mia. And the Seattle Seahawks are just 3 days away from deciding their playoff spot fate as they face the San Francisco 49ers in one of the biggest regular season games in franchise history. With a win or a tie, Seattle will clinch the top overall seed in the NFC for just the 4th time ever, earning a bye through the wild card and would host through the NFC Championship game. A loss to the Niners gives them the division crown, sending Seattle to the number 5 seed to rematch at either the Carolina Panthers or Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The winner of this weekend's Panthers-Bucs game locks in the 4 seed. And no need to worry about the Los Angeles Rams. They're down at the 6 seed following their loss to Atlanta. They would be the 5 with a Seattle win, 6th with a Seattle loss. So don't forget the big game airs right here on ABC. Make sure to watch both that Carolina-Tampa Bay and Seattle-San Francisco games here, and then join us for 4 News Now Special Edition following. Washington State football announced some new assistant coaches today, joining Kirby Moore's crew for the 2026 season. Former Boise State offensive coordinator Matt Miller takes the same role at WSU. The new defensive coordinator and linebackers coach, plus Pullman native Trent Bray, comes home from Oregon State, where he served as the head coach the past 2 seasons. And Malcolm Hardman takes over the role of director of football athletic performance, strength and conditioning. Continue to work with Moore, as he had the same job at Missouri over the past 3 seasons. These are the first assistant coaches officially announced to WSU, with Moore to fill in the rest of the specialized position over the offseason, including a new offensive line coach, which, speaking of the O-line, Derek, we were talking about this, a lot of Cougs already starting to announce where they're going next season. We mentioned it yesterday. Kyle Martin and Nick Bakken both announcing today that they're officially staying too. And you mentioned there's one more just before the show. Yeah?
Noah Dunham, just like within the last maybe hour or so.
There you go.
Yeah, so building in the trenches. I like the thought there.
That's really good to hear. Yeah, that's good going into the new year. All right, Chris.
It is Wildlife Wednesday, and here is just a preview from our friend Mark Vogt. He spotted this burly buck after the rut, cleaning up, taking a pause, probably wondering where in the world the snow is. I'll be back with the answer to that after the break.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Want a cool new vehicle for the new year? A new style? Tough 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? With delayed payments until April 1st, then you need to head down to the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, where they are offering up to $600 of free upgrades, like truck lifts, light bars, and tires, to customize your new ride. Like your deal, love your wheels at Cal.
Whether planning your big day or needing a final touch, the Spokane Wedding Expo is for you. Experience firsthand all the aspects of a great wedding. Food, fashion, photography, and flowers all in one place. For tickets, visit SpokaneWeddingsAndEvents.com.
This year, commit to fit and don't wish for it, work for it at Move Fitness.
Whether you're starting fresh from the beginning or pushing farther for better results, Move Fitness has the equipment, the classes, and the staff to help you reach your fitness goals. It's a journey, but we're here to support you every step of the way.
So make 2026 the year you commit to get fit at Move Fitness.
Ron was an active guy.
I'm an outdoorsman.
Until plantar fasciitis pain hit.
My wife said, I'm going to take you to the Good Feet store.
Now?
I can do my happy dance. That's what Good Feet dance.
Come in for your free fitting.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Opportunity everywhere with so much on the line.
We're just thinking going into the new year, thinking about all of the animals, right?
Yes, and I do have some Wildlife Wednesday
Final
photos
one
to
for
share.
2025.
Yeah, that's right. Let's take a look. Well, out with a bang with this amazing picture from Courtney Litwin. Look at those eyes. I assume it's locked eyes with Courtney there, thinking, is that a snack or is that a friend? It's a friend. Courtney is a friend. Short-eared owl. What an amazing capture. Thank you for that, Courtney. Look at this humongous elk herd. This is one of 2 big elk herds that Shannon Verity has spotted in the last week down on the Palouse near the Tico area. There's a little bit of snow left there on the shady side of the slope. slope, but that's a bunch of elk and a lone coyote. Ron Burdick shared this photo from Lincoln County, and that coyote's probably thinking, I am thrilled there's no snow because I blend in and it's a lot easier to hunt when I'm the exact color of the field. Thank you for the pictures. Here's a look at our weather pattern and the changes that are coming, starting off at our current time. And we've already got the wet weather moving into California, where they've had their fill. That is moving up to the north. Here's tomorrow at 11 a.m. Wouldn't rule out a sprinkle or two early in the day, but most of that wet weather is going to hold off until later in the afternoon and evening, and falling in a variety of forms. We've got warm, moist air overriding the cold air that we have in place, and that transition does not always happen very gracefully. By the time we get into Friday night, though, here's Friday at 11 o'clock, we will have a warm front to our north, and we're going to be dealing with all rain down in the valleys, and that will stay as rain then through the weekend. Thursday night through Friday morning, though, there will be that transition time. It should be mostly rain south of I-90, with the exception of right along I-90, where we do have the possibility of freezing rain or a mix of rain and snow. Mostly snow in our northern valleys, and then turning to rain. We have winter weather advisories in effect for the area shaded in purple on your screen. That does include Pullman and the Columbia Basin for the potential of some freezing rain. That's from 2 o'clock tomorrow until 4 a.m. on Friday. Your planning forecast will start the day off dry tomorrow, and then that wet weather moves in, turning all to rain by Friday night. 36 for a high, and then we're in the 40s through the rest of the 7-day forecast. If we do have a little bit of snow mixing in here and there, it's not going to accumulate. It will, however, be piling up in the mountains, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. In news for your health now, flu cases are surging across the country, and doctors are sounding the alarm ahead of New Year's parties tonight.
Yeah, according to the CDC, in just 1 week, flu-related illnesses jumped more than 60%. ABC's Perry Russum has more.
As millions of Americans get ready to gather and ring in the new year, the CDC is warning of a sharp rise in flu cases. 29 states from coast to coast now reporting high or very high rates of flu-like illness.
It appears to spread very efficiently. It's moving quickly. On top of that, we have holiday travel and indoor gatherings that's certainly accelerating transmission.
Dr. Stephanie Widmer is reminding partygoers to cover their coughs and sneezes. Consider masking in crowded spaces and wash hands frequently.
And then, of course, stay at home if you're sick. And I do want to stress this, because what may feel like a tickle in your throat or a little bit of a runny nose for you may be a very severe infection with the flu for someone else.
According to the CDC, in just 1 week, flu-related illnesses jumped more than 60%, from 4.6 million to 7.5 million. Hospitalizations also spiking more than 60%, from 49,000 to 81,000. So far this season, more than 3,100 deaths reported. The majority of cases are linked to subclade K. It's a new variant with mutations that appear to have resulted in a mismatch with the season's flu vaccine.
The flu shot still works where it counts most. It decreases hospitalization, severe illness, and death.
And this all comes ahead of children going back to school next week. That's when we could see flu cases spread even more. Everybody over the age of 6 months is advised to get their flu shot, and doctors say it is not too late to get your shot. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
Well, the Postal Service has a warning for you. Your mail might not get postmarked the same day you drop it off. And that's important when you need to have something postmarked by a certain day, excuse me, like if you're paying your taxes or voting by mail. A new rule clarifies that a postmark doesn't necessarily reflect the date the Postal Service accepted possession of it. Postmarks are applied at regional mail processing hubs, but a Postal Service overhaul has eliminated daily trips between post offices and those hubs. Officials say customers can still bring their mail to the post office and ask for a manual postmark if they need a day of date stamp.
NASA is just weeks away now from a critical test flight. The Artemis II mission is scheduled to lift off as early as February. So for 10 days, 4 astronauts will live aboard the Orion spacecraft as it makes a sweeping loop around the moon. The crew won't land on the moon's surface this time. Instead, they'll be testing the ship's systems to pave the way for astronauts to land at the moon's south pole later this decade. The February mission will mark the first time since 1972 that a crew has traveled this far into space. And before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Set the scene for the season. Bring home comfort and style that feels like you. Create spaces you love coming home to. Many pieces in stock and ready for delivery. The Tin Roof. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
Nothing comes easy, whether in the garden or the kitchen. Every meal starts with heart, hustle, and a whole lot of hard work. And your finances should work just as tirelessly as you do. Ascend Checking from P1FCU can earn you 3.5% APY with no monthly fees, no gimmicks, just rewards for the work that you're already doing. Because around here, dividends are for the doers. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend.
Meet the Crunch, the holiday deal destroyer. But this season, joy wins. We sweeten every deal with a lifetime powertrain warranty. Don't let the crunch steal the deal. Camp Chevy, we've got you covered.
You called her? I did. I work with Morgan on every case.
You want a flout procedure at every turn?
I've never flouted anything.
You sure about that?
Yes, I am. Mid-air homicide? I will work this case for free. I don't mean that. That's just something people say.
We raise our hot cocoa mugs to you.
For you to have the most joyous and special holiday.
And celebrate with family and friends.
Like us. Good cocoa.
You're not kidding.
More hot cocoa, please.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy 2026.
Happy holidays.
From our GMA family to yours.
Happy New Year.
Set the scene for the season. Bring home comfort and style that feels like you. Create spaces you love coming home to. Many pieces in stock and ready for delivery. The Tin Roof. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
4 News Now is brought to you by Summit Cancer Centers.
We have some breaking traffic news just into the newsroom. A live look at I-90 near the 195 interchange, where westbound traffic, as you see here, is reduced to just 1 lane because of a crash. Now, traffic is currently backed all the way up to the Division exit. So anyone heading that way for New Year's plans, or if you're headed home from work, you're going to want to leave or find a different way around this section of I-90 tonight.
And coming up tonight on Nightside, we're continuing the countdown to the new year with a look at the celebrations around the inland Northwest, including fireworks at Riverfront Park. That's tonight at 11.
Tonight at 10. We're on early.
That's right. We are on early.
I'm
because
leaving
of,
at 10:30.
Yeah.
So,
Dick Clark's rocking the New Year's Eve celebration.
That's right. So we can enjoy that and enjoy a quiet night tomorrow. Not as much. We've got some wet weather moving in and may fall in a variety of wintry and wet forms.
Yeah, a good opportunity once again to remind everybody we are on at 10 o'clock tonight instead of 11 because of the New Year's celebrations on ABC.
Hopefully you're already enjoying a celebration.
There you go.
See you later.